Today we will study geometric sequence. The geometric sequence are written as first value a, and the second value a times r, third value a times r to the second power, and the fourth one a times r to the third power, etc. So nth term given by a to the sub n equal a times r to the n minus 1 power. Okay? And once we know that, the next step, we really need the formula for sum of these geometric sequence. Okay? Now, so sum of n terms will be a plus ar plus ar squared plus ar cubed all the way up to a times r to the n minus 1 power. To derive a formula, we multiply each side by negative r, okay, each side, and then we write at the bottom. So here, as you see, negative r times s sub n equal a times negative r will be negative ar, and then we write down one step behind. Okay, then actually comes out same here. That is the main purpose. We multiply each side by negative r, and then again here, this one you times by negative r, then turns out negative a times r to the second power, and then you go all the way up to, and the last one you times by r, then it will be a times r to the n power. Now, we add each side. Left side you add, then s sub n minus r times s sub n equal right side. Okay, you see here, all of them cancel because the same value, but positive and negative sign, positive negative, of course, cancel out. Eventually we have only a minus ar to the n power left. So here a minus a times r to the n power. And the next step, we simplify. Okay? As a first step, you factor out s sub n here, then s sub n 1 minus r equal, right side, you factor out a again, and a times 1 minus r. And then you divide each side here by 1 minus r, then a times 1 minus r to the n divided by 1 minus r. Okay? So this is a formula, very important. Okay, you memorize. Sum of a geometric sequence given by first value times parentheses 1 minus r to the n close parentheses over 1 minus r. After we memorize these two formula, okay, after we memorize these two formula, let's practice. But in general, geometric sequence problems is not that fiery, pretty much kind of simple, because the answer come out huge values. Only for theoretically we really need to understand. If you take calculus later, there will be some more of a conceptual understanding required. Okay? Now, practice with one example. What is the sum of 20 terms of a geometric series given below? 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16, each times by times 2, here times by 2, here times by 2, here times by 2, which means first value is 1, as you see here, and then each time multiplied by 2, so ratio is 2. Okay? Ratio is 2. And then the question is how many terms? 20 terms, so n equal 20. Then, simply answer term will be a times r to the n minus 1 power, so 1 times 2 to the 19 power. But not that many cases we're going to use that one, okay? But anyway, we need to memorize a formula to handle the problems, sometimes conceptually, sometimes add it. Okay. Now, so in that case, okay, 1 times 1 minus 20 is power over 1 minus 2. Then they give you, because 1 minus 2 is negative 1, negative 1 and 1 cancel, you will be negative 1. Times of negative 1 means what? Just a sign change. So you will be 2 to the 20 minus 1. So using calculator, you can get the answer. It will be 1,028,575. Okay. So this one is pretty much kind of questions in our life we may see. If you save some money in the pattern, what kind of pattern? Okay, you look at it here. 1 cent on the first day, 2 cents on the second day, 4 cents third day, and so on. Then how much do you think you can save in 1 month? Okay, as they ask here, how much do you save in 30 days? Only with a cent, 2 cents, 4 cents, 8 cents? You may laugh at it. Okay? You may like smile with this question. But actually, let's see what happened. So, some formula will be here. First value is 1. 1 minus 2 to the 30th power divided by 1 minus 2. Again, 1 minus 2 will be negative 1. 1 and negative 1 cancel out, you have a negative. Then that times by negative each side, then turns out 2 to the 30th power minus 1. Okay? Now, you calculate using calculator, then 1,741,823. But don't be shocked, this is cents. Okay? Cents. To convert to dollar, you have to chop out last 2 digits. Then, but you can see, right, how much? Big money or not? Okay? 10,737,418 in 1 month, right? Even though you start with 1 cent, it's not joking, right? Okay. Now, another practice question here. Do you see better? Okay. 1 sprout comes out from a tree seed. Okay, when you put the 1 seed on the ground, come out 3 small branches. And then 1 week later, from each branch, another 3 of them come out. So it becomes 9 now. And then after 1 week, from each branch, again small 3 pieces comes out. Okay? So you will repeat like that. Then after 7 weeks, totally how many branches on the tree? Okay? So you practice this question as a homework, and you set down the formula and then put it the values, and then you can calculate. Again, you need to memorize these 2 formulas. Answer term of a geometric series, a times r to the n minus 1 power, and the sum of n terms, a times 1 minus r to the n power divided by 1 minus r. Now, for more practice, you go over here, www.A.durkkim.com, practice test, algebra 2, series, PDF. Okay? Okay, thank you for your listening. Bye.